And for personal trainers watching us right now who may not be thinking about this, what are some contraindications to doing Tabata training that maybe personal trainers and group fitness instructors want to think about?
Well, contraindications is too high of an intensity for people that aren't ready for it. That's the number one. So when I was testing my program, I tested with all different fitness levels, and you definitely want people to be challenged. But there's, just say, like, I had a guy in my neighborhood. His name was Joe, and he was 90 years old, and he walked every day. And I looked out my door one day, and I said, "Hey, Joe, can you do something for me? For 20 seconds, could you walk just a little bit faster, and then stop for 10 seconds, go slow, and then do it faster for 8 rounds?" And he goes, "Mindy, anything for you?" And I didn't see him for 6 weeks. I thought I killed him just by asking him. And then I saw him 6 weeks later, and he's out. I see him, and I walk out my door, and I say, "Hey, Joe, how's it going?" He's walking faster. I noticed that his gait has improved because he challenged himself to do something more. So it's in the fitness industry, it's called the SAID principle, specific adaptation and imposed demands. If you demand something of yourself, you're going to get a little better. However, if someone is going to injure themselves in the process, if someone's going to go too hard too fast, if someone's going to go too hard too fast and they get sick and can't continue, then you want to look for all of that. If you feel dizzy, if you feel like you are nauseous, that's too high. That's too much too fast. So in the MyFit program, we look at all those parameters. What is the goal of the individual? What do you want to task them to do that they can attain that result by not injuring themselves, by not feeling sick, by being able to continue the effort? That's the thing too. Am I going to do Tabata with somebody and say, "Okay, I want you to get to a place where you can't do anything else, you need to go home"? Probably not, because I'm teaching a class, right? I want them to stay for the whole hour or half hour. But I can do it to a point where we'll have adequate recovery. That's important too. There's negative recovery during those 4 minutes of Tabata. So after the 4 minutes are over, you need to give them adequate recovery. And what is that going to look like? It could look like, well, if they're doing lower level intensity, they can then do something like maybe strength or balance or something. But if it's high level, then they're going to have to take some recovery. It has to represent what the workload was. So that's what I definitely will tell instructors and personal trainers.